So guess what? At the end of the day, you learn. You do nothing, people will talk. You don't do anything, people will talk. So why stop doing something? Do something anyway, so that when they talk, you are happy. Amen. There is nothing as being happy that other people are talking. Because people talk when you're making a move. Make your move. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Make your move now. Life is like a game of chess. You've got to make a move for you to win. There is no chess made without moving your pieces. You've got to move those pieces. You've got to sacrifice some so that you can gain some. Let me tell you the truth about life. Life does not necessarily mean that you'll be winning all the time. But even when you don't win, there's a lesson to learn. That is why I always say don't argue with the fool, because people may not see the difference. So when you argue, you don't argue so that you can win the argument and lose the person. But you always enlighten people, which means you bring a smile into people's life, because you see, when ignorance moves, wisdom comes in. And wisdom is the source of life. And that's what we need. We need wisdom. Wisdom is something that makes you to realize that there's something better that I can do. There's something that I can offer. But I want to say to you, taking ownership talks to you as a person. It says, you've got to do something. You've got to make a change. You've got to keep pushing, because people who take ownership are always pushing. People who take ownership are looking for new opportunities all the time. Most of the time, we miss the opportunities that people are seeing. And guess what? The opportunities that happen at the same time that others saw them when we didn't. Don't blame other people for seeing opportunities that you did not see. Blame yourself. Eat more carrots. Make sure your eyes are clean. See the light. I always tell people that I've moved from being a motivational speaker, because sometimes to motivate people, you just excite them. I want to be called an agitational speaker, because I want... Thank you very much. I want to agitate you to act. Because to say, he said powerful things and you don't do anything about them, it's not good. But I want you to go home, sit down, take a sheet of paper, start writing things that you know you're good at. That is your asset line. You know you're good at this thing, write them. And things that you need to improve on them, those are your liabilities. What are the things that you're not doing well? And guess what? Focus more on your assets. You are good at cooking. Make sure that you cook and sell the food that you're cooking. Because if it tastes good, guess what? It must charge good as well, you know, because it's tasting good. When you go to a restaurant to have a meal, you are having a meal that makes you to feel great. You don't just pay for something that does not soothe you, but you need something that makes you to feel great and feel better. And this is the truth that I want to share with you. We need to take ownership, because if we don't take ownership, we will become spectators in our own lives. And one person made a powerful statement. He said, in the game of life, spectators make the most noise. Players don't. They keep playing. You put them, they keep playing. You write badly about them, they keep playing. You say negative things about them, they keep playing. Why do they do that? They've learned the trick. The trick is that people will always talk. So let them talk and I'll continue doing my thing. Let them talk, I will continue crafting this thing. Nobody was born great. All of us, we were born babies. And guess what? As a baby, they put Huggies on you or Pampers. And guess what? Even people that you respect the most, one time they messed up their nappies. Even someone next to you, because I know that you're thinking I'm talking about someone who's outside of this place. Even this guy that you're listening to, one day he was messing his nappies. But that was a stage. All of us, we grow from this point to that point. And as you're growing, there are things that you learn. I always say this statement, that the word grow, G stands for get, and R stands for right, and O stands for on, and W stands for working. So we need to get right on working. You cannot be a person who's taking ownership if you don't work at this thing. You got to work at this thing. The more you work at it, the better you become. You need to have this thing. You see, once you can master that thing, even if you are a dancer, you begin to dance better than you danced yesterday. If you are a soccer player, you begin to play better than you played yesterday, because the more you practice, the better you get. If you are a keyboard player, you begin to play better notes than you played yesterday. Why? Because in this life, you are in the journey of breaking your own records.